Hi, Joesaurus Rex here, and today we're doing something different. Today we're doing a tier list of the Jurassic franchise. I know it's been a while since I made a major video. I've been doing mostly shorts, but today we're doing this. So how it's gonna go is basically there's different tiers, basically like ranking what I think of the movies. This isn't my tier list though, this is someone else. So for people who don't know, A plus, which is usually S tier, means basically the best of the Jurassic franchise. A means pretty decent, not the best, but it's good. B means there's a lot of problems, but I kind of still like it. C means there's a lot of problems and I kind of find it hard to like. And then there's D, which means, yeah, this is not the best. So I'm just gonna get out of the way and say that I have barely read the novels. So let's put them there. I've only read a little bit of the first one. And yeah, if you know, you know. I stopped at like the first chapter. So let's first start with Jurassic Park, which, oh, this is gonna be hard. I don't know where it could possibly be. So, of course, Jurassic Park is A plus because it's the best of the franchise. I feel like the older I get, the more I like the first Jurassic Park. I feel like there's a lot of like lessons almost in there. But yeah, I really like the dinosaurs. Of course, they're not accurate anymore, sadly. But it's still really good. Everything's really aged well. I really like the characters. I feel like a lot of my favorites include like Alan, Ian, Hammond. But yeah, the dinosaurs are of course great. The story is great. It's just a great movie. If you haven't seen it, watch Jurassic Park. Next is Lost World. So I don't think I've seen Lost World that much. I think it was one of the first, like, I remember when I was younger seeing a little bit of it, but I still like it. I would say it's an A tier. There's a lot of things I like it about it. A lot of the characters like Ian or Nick Van Owen. The dinosaurs are really cool. I really like seeing the new ones like Stegosaurus and Compes, the Compsognathus. And I like the T-Rexes, like the baby T-Rex Jr. But yeah, I know there's a couple problems with the movie, but I still think it's good. So yeah, Lost World. Next, oh boy, JP Free. So this movie is quite the controversial one until a certain other movie came out. But I'll be honest, it was the second ever Jurassic movie I watched. And I honestly have a soft spot for JPV, so I'm gonna put it in B tier. There's a lot of problems. I know, like, the whole weird Ellie thing that happened, Amanda Kirby existing. But there's still some other good stuff. Alan being really great. Eric also being a pretty good character, surprisingly. The dinosaurs are really good. The designs are also really actually good. Like, this movie has probably my favorite raptor design besides Blue, being the Quilled Raptor's Quillium. Pteranodons are okay. Oh, and how can I forget the edgelord himself, Spinosaurus, because of all the aliens and stuff. But yeah, JP Free, I have a soft spot with it. There's a lot of problems with it, but I still think it's okay. So it stands at B tier. Next, Jurassic World. So, Jurassic World, I'm gonna be honest, was the first Jurassic movie I watched. I'm gonna have to put it in A+. Please don't attack me. Please don't send the Indominus after me, but I really like Jurassic World. To me, it just feels different from the other Jurassic movies. Like, just the tone of it is different. The characters are pretty good. I kind of like a lot of the side characters, like Lowy. He's pretty funny. I think this also has probably the one of the best villains, the Indominus. The Indominus is just awesome, and I still think, besides another one we'll get to, I still think the Indominus is the best hybrid they introduced. But yeah, I know there's a lot of problems with it, but it's really nostalgic to me, and I just really like it. Also, pretty much the entire final fight is just perfection. I love that fight scene with Rexy and Blue and fighting against the Indominus. But yeah, World's at A+. Next, Fallen Kingdom. I'll be honest, this is pretty much the last Jedi of the Jurassic trilogy. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna put it in B. I have a really soft spot for Fallen Kingdom. I know there's a lot of problems, probably more than JP Free, but just something about it, I like it. I like the volcano scenes are good. The freaking Brachiosaurus, oh my dino, that scene broke me. Oh my dino. But yeah, I know one of the criticisms is Blue being too, like, human. I think it's okay. I think the crying scene where Blue sheds a tear is a little bit, like, strange, but I think it's okay. I'm about to say a hot take. I'm not the biggest fan of the Indoraptor. The Indoraptor isn't my favorite of the hybrids. It's not bad. It's just I kind of like the other hybrids a bit more. The Indoraptor is kind of cool though. Like, the roars are pretty creepy. Its theme is just, oh my god. That's another thing about this movie. The soundtrack is really good. But yeah, Fallen Kingdom, it has a lot of problems, but I still like it. The characters are okay. There's one character I'm not a fan of. Surprisingly, it's not Franklin, but it's what's that lady's name? Zara. She's just something about her just is like, I don't know. But most of the characters are pretty good. Okay, so next is Battle at Big Rock, which, for those who don't know, is a short film that came out. That was kind of like a prequel-ish to Dominion, and honestly, it's one of the best of Jurassic. I really liked Battle at Big Rock. I think it's kind of what they should have done with going on from Fallen Kingdom. But yeah, which, I mean, some shows actually did. A certain other one kind of forgot. Cough, cough. But yeah, Battle Big Rock I really liked. The Nasuda Ceratops was a pretty interesting inclusion, considering at the time I didn't even know that was a Ceratopsian. But it's cool, and I like that it's kind of stayed in the franchise. And also the Allosaurus. Ooh, the Allosaurus was awesome. I really like that design. But yeah, Battle of Big Rock is pretty good. I really like it. I'd say it's an A tier. So before I get to Dominion, I'm gonna go with Camp Cretaceous, which, for those who don't know, there was a Netflix kid show called Camp Cretaceous, which follows these 6 kids that get stuck on Isla Nublar, Jurassic World, and throughout the show have to survive across the island, get attacked by different dinosaurs. It has a lot of bumps, I will be honest, but I still like it. Starting with season 1. Now, season 1, I know it's like a lot of season 1s where like you're still trying to get used to the characters. And I feel like even going back to season 1, it's really kind of not bad, but just strange to see all the characters so differently. So, I'm gonna be honest, I would probably say B. It's not bad, it's just, I feel like the other seasons are a bit stronger. I like a lot of the characters so far. Darius, I think, is a really good protagonist. Kenji, I feel like gets a little better in the other seasons. Same with Brooklyn, Sammy. I do like Ben and Yaz. They are really good characters, and I'm gonna be honest, they're probably some of my favorites. Oh, and of course, the character that holds the series up, Bumpy. So yeah, that's season 1. Season 2, I know a lot of people aren't the biggest fan of season 2. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of like season 2. Season 2, I think, is pretty good. I like, I don't know why, but I kind of like fillerish episodes. I just like, say, like, just putting on a random episode just to watch. And I feel like that's kind of what season 2 is. I like seeing, some of the, I actually forgot about something about season 1. I like how some of the dinosaurs have names. I know not a lot of people like that, but I like seeing, like, I like Toro. I think he's a really cool dinosaur / character. The Baryonyx gang is also pretty cool. But yeah, character-wise, Darius is still great. Kenji is honestly hilarious. Brooklyn's pretty good. Ben just makes me laugh. His character development is just hilarious. I won't spoil anything, but my dinosaurs. The evolution of Ben is hilarious. But yeah, all the other characters are good. The villains, I think, the villains are, so they are, I will be honest, they are annoying. But I kind of like the idea they were going for of the villains being dinosaur poachers, which sadly would probably exist. Sadly. But I think that's kind of interesting that they added that to Jurassic. Also, Hap is the goat. So, season 2 is an A tier. Next, season 3. I'm gonna get this out of the way. Season 3 is peak. Season 3 is amazing. I really like just like everything about it. The characters get a lot better. So like Kenji, Yaz, Darius. I would say the only one I'm not the biggest fan of how he was Ben. But yeah, everything else is really good. I love that they introduced new dinosaurs to the franchise. Ouranosaurus, I really like. Monolophosaurus was pretty cool, and of course the scene stealer, the Scorpius Rex, which is tied with the Indominus as my favorite hybrid. It's just everything about the Scorpius I really like. The only kind of thing I don't like is the last 2 episodes. It's just something about it I'm just not the biggest fan of. But other than that, season 3, I think it deserves A+. The same cannot be said for season 4. Season 4 is just, there's just a lot of things wrong with season 4, in my opinion. Like, the first few episodes, I think, are okay. Even one they introduce the bane of my existence. Where the heck are they? The Brads. I think even the first few episodes are pretty good, but, like, just, like, the concepts that they have in it are just questionable. Like, the Brads, like, are okay. It's weird that there's robot dogs. But then they introduce the freaking Brad X, which is straight up just, they just wanted to have freaking super battle droids. For any Star Wars fans that get that. Yeah, and also the dinosaur mind controlling chips. Just why? There are some okay things though, like the first ever Cenozoic creature, Smilodon, which gets eaten by the Spinosaurus, which shows the Smilodon is in the show for only like 2 minutes. But yeah, Spino's in it. Kentrosaurus is kind of cool. Piers, and I also liked what's her name? Dr. Turner. I thought she was a decent character. Oh yeah, and Cash. Yeah. No, we don't talk about him. And then we have season 5. Season 5, there's a lot of good things, there's a lot of bad things. Bad stuff, the freaking dinosaur mind controlling chips is still just like why do you have dinosaur mind controlling chips? But like the characters are still good. Kenji I like got a lot of character development. Same with Yaz and Ben, of course. Pretty much everyone was good. And also I really liked the villain, which I probably won't spoil. I won't spoil, but he's an absolute turd, the villain. But yeah, I think it is a good ending for the series, but the whole, like, mind controlling stuff is just, I'm not a fan. And now we get to Dominion. Oh boy. So, at first I liked Dominion. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a fan of Dominion anymore. Season 4 I think is worse. But there's just a lot of problems with Dominion. Like, the main thing being, like, Fallen Kingdom setting up that dinosaurs are all over the world. And the main plot is about locusts. Yeah. It's just like, I feel like the locust would be okay in their own movie, but, like, not in a movie that's the finale to Jurassic World. But yeah, I feel like also a lot of scenes are really like fast paced or like just like get sped over, like the Malta scene, which I'm glad a certain other thing expanded on Malta. But yeah, one of my biggest problems with the movie is the whole retcon with Maisie. It's just like it really does remind it. If Fallen Kingdom is kind of like the Last Jedi of Jurassic, I would say Dominion is the Rise of Skywalker of Jurassic. It's just like the retcon is so like weird and kind of confusing. Dinosaur wise, um Beta or Baby Blue is okay. I feel like the dinosaurs are a really mixed bag design wise. Like, they got some really good ones like Pharazenosaurus, Quetzalcoatlus, which they should have done more with pretty much any of these dinosaurs. Giganotosaurus, though, the freaking spikes on its back, it's not my favorite, but like, yeah. But and there's such a lot of dinosaurs. Like, we have like three kinds of raptors. The Atrociraptors, which are and then the Pyroraptor, which is okay until it literally doesn't get hyperthermia from falling into a frozen lake. But yeah, I just like the biggest problem I have is just like it doesn't really focus on the dinosaurs. It focuses on the freaking locusts, and then it's just like the weird changes and just the fast pacedness of the movie. I do like the returners from the first Jurassic Park. Alan, Ellie, and Ian are just really good in this movie. But yeah, Oh yeah, and I also forgot that scene where Chris Pratt chokes a Dilophosaurus. Yeah, that's also a reason why it's here. Kidding. But yeah, so Dominion wasn't the best in my opinion, but I'm gonna be honest, Chaos Fury really helped that out. So also for those who don't know, Chaos Fury is the sequel series to Camp Cretaceous. And I'm gonna be honest, I think in some ways it's better than Camp Cretaceous. I would still say watch Camp Cretaceous so you understand what's going on in Chaos Fury, but it's a really good show. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm putting it above season 3. Season 1 was just, it was really good. I really like just like the way we got to see all the like returning characters come back. Pretty much all the characters are really good. Even characters I wasn't the biggest fan of, like Sammy, is actually kind of decent in the season. Other standouts like Ben and Kenji, Darius, and Yasmina, although she doesn't get a lot in this season. But yeah, I really like all the stuff they do in the episodes, kind of like a dinosaur road trip. The I really like I just like that unlike Dominion, they actually focused a lot on dinosaurs. Like there was the Allosaurus from Battle at Big Rock, new dinosaurs like Pachyrhinosaurus, Suchomimus, Beckelspinax. And of course, one of my favorite parts was the Atrociraptors, surprisingly, because I wasn't the biggest fan of them in Dominion, but they are really good in this season. Also, the Handler being one of the best villains in the franchise, in my opinion. But yeah, season 1 of Chaos Fury is just amazing. Season 2, I will be honest, I still think it's good, but I would say it's probably A tier. I like seeing what went on with Brooklyn and that stuff. I really liked the Atrociraptor Red, and also the villain of pretty much most of the show, Santos, since she barely did anything in Dominion, but she like is kind of like an actual threat in Chaos Fury, which I like. I like a lot of, also the other thing I like is a lot of the side characters. Like I think that's what Chaos Fury does really good. Side characters, like season 1 had Mateo, which was he was hilarious. Um, season 2 had Zaina, I think was her name, and she was pretty good. Um, shout out to her dad, who is actually absolutely hilarious. I can't talk. But yeah, the dinosaurs are also really cool. Like the Suchomimus, who gets a lot of scenes, and Major, the Majungasaurus. But yeah, and also the Baryonyx at the end, which I won't spoil, but that Baryonyx is probably one of my favorite parts of the show. But overall, season 2, there's problems, but it's good. I think it's a solid season. Season 3. So season 3, I feel like at first I like, but then like kind of I think it's a little like it's still like probably my second favorite, but it's still like it's not the best, but it's still good. It's like not the best compared to like season 1. But I still really like season 3. The characters I like, Ben's girlfriend Gia, I really think she's a really cool character, and the greatest character in all of Jurassic, Nona. Everyone, everyone loves Nona. But yeah, season 3 I think is good. The dinosaurs are good. Smoothie is really cute. Bumpy, I kind of think Bumpy's a little bit better. Please don't attack me, Smoothie fans. But Smoothie I like. I really like the Pyroraptor, what they did with the Pyro. But yeah, and pretty much all the Malta stuff and the stuff with Santos, the Handler, and Brooklyn was also pretty good. But yeah, I think season 3 is pretty good. Season 4, which actually just came out about a week ago, I'm gonna be honest, I think it's might be my least favorite of the seasons in Chaos Theory, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I like that it did more about Biosin Valley, because just like Dominion was kind of like all over the place, but I feel like it got a little bit like better in Chaos Theory. Characters are of course good, which I actually forgot to mention that for season 3. A lot of the characters I think are still good, like Yaz, and Kenji are really good. Ben as well. I honestly really liked his relationship with Gia. But Sammy is just, I don't know why. No, and this, I'm not, no hate for her actress, but like Sammy is just, I don't know. She just acts really like rude to the rest of the characters, especially Brooklyn, which, to be fair, Brooklyn did kind of like cause all of this, but just like Sammy. But yeah, besides that, a lot of the other stuff about Chaos Theory Season 4 I really like. I like seeing more of the Dominion dinosaurs. I actually kind of like the Giganotosaurus in this one, surprisingly. The fairy was cool, and I really liked seeing Quetzalcoatlus again. Also, Triceratops finally appeared in the show. Yeah, it only took them like 8 seasons. The only kind of thing I don't know how to feel is what went on with Ben, which I won't spoil, but just like I felt like it was very like it like my heart was beating the first like extremely fast just seeing like what he went through, but like also felt like they could have done some other stuff as well with Ben. But I think it's still a pretty good ending. I don't know if they will make another like series leading into Rebirth, but I still think Chaos Theory is honestly one of the best things to happen to the Jurassic franchise, in my opinion. I think it's a really good series. And then we get to Rebirth. So I'll be honest, when Rebirth was announced, I wasn't really into like wanting to have more Jurassic movies, and that's kind of because of Dominion. But Rebirth, the thing about Rebirth, there's a lot of good things, there's a lot of not so good things. And I'm gonna be honest, I think the bad things kind of overweigh the movie. Like, some of the good things, the characters are pretty good. Henry is just best character, and honestly one of my favorite characters in the franchise. I really like what they did with Henry. Duncan was also a pretty cool character. Zora was okay. The villain was also kind of a little weird, how he just went from like trying to get this get all the dinosaurs to make the heart medicine, and then he just ends up being evil at the end. I thought was kind of weird. And the family was, I'll be honest, I didn't have that much problems with the family. The dinosaur side of things, though, is just... So one, the dinosaurs are just all dead, which completely, like, forgets what happened in, like, Dominion about how all the dinosaurs are living across the world. But now they're all dead for some reason. Which, I'm gonna be honest, that's probably one of my least favorite parts of this movie. They should have just, like, said, like, the dinosaurs they needed, they couldn't find anywhere else on the planet. So they had to go to this new island. I just didn't like that they did that retcon kind of thing. The other, so like the dinosaurs I also think are a pretty mixed bag. There's a lot of stuff I like. The T-Rex is one of the best T-Rex designs. The raptors, who are only in the movie for like 5 seconds, I have really cool designs. We'll get to what is the reason why they have 5 seconds in a moment. The Mosasaurus is cool. I really liked the Spinos. I really wish they were in the movie too. And I really liked the Titanosaurus scene. That was probably one of my favorite scenes in the entire movie. And the Quetzalcoatlus, but the Quetzal kind of goes into some of my problems with the designs. Like, the Quetzal's okay, but I don't really see it as a Quetzalcoatlus in Rebirth. I kind of see it as a more, like, Hatzegopterus kind of pterosaur. But then that kind of leads into another one of my problems with Rebirth, which is the mutants. Like, ever since we knew there were going to be mutants in this movie, it just, like, it just made me confused and just, like, why do, like, we have hybrids, and they were kind of, like, they were dragged out a bit, but there were still, like, good ones, like, the Indoraptor was okay, the Indominus and Scorpius are great, and I actually forgot to say this, Season 4 introduced the worst hybrid, the Spinoceratops. They are cute, but they're just, to me, they just don't fit with the rest of the hybrids. But with Rebirth, why do we need, like, mutated dinosaurs? Which, I will be honest, the D-Rex I thought was okay when I saw the movie. At first, I did not like the D-Rex, but when I saw the movie, I thought the D-Rex was okay, and I kind of wish that it was in the movie more. The same cannot be said with the Mutadons. I am not a fan of those, of the Mutadons. Like, honestly, I feel like they were in the movie more than the D-Rex. But yeah, I just, like, there's good stuff about Rebirth, but then there's, like, not good stuff about Rebirth. And I think I'm actually going to change this up. I'm going to put it over Camp Cretaceous Season 5. But yeah, that's my list. But yeah, that's what I don't know how to end this video. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to, you could tell me what your ranking of the Jurassic franchise is, but yeah, updates for the channel. I'll probably still be doing some more shorts, although I do want to maybe get into more, factual dinosaur-related content, which I think might be kind of interesting, and I might have some other announcements coming up later. But yeah, just wanted to make this video as just, like, kind of like something different. But yeah, have a good day, and yeah, Joe Source Rex